everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this video I would like to discuss about the effective data collection. So first, what is the data collection technique? Data collection technique is information you gather came from a range of sources. These are a variety of techniques to use when gathering primary data. So first, we tackle about the first data collection technique, which is the interview. In-depth interview includes both individual interview or one-on-one, as well as group interview. The data can be recorded in a wide variety of ways, including stenography, audio recording or video recording, and written notes. In interviews, it is assumed that there are a questionnaire and one or more interviews. So the purpose of interview is to prove the ideas of the interviews about the phenomenon of interest. So second data collection technique is survey or questionnaires. So the survey or questionnaires, it is used for collecting data and survey research. They usually include a set of standardized questions that explore a specific topic and collect information about demographic opinions, attitudes, or behaviors. So the third data collection technique is the observations. This can be done directly or indirectly with the subject, knowing or unaware that you are observing them. You may choose to collect data through continuous observation or via set time periods depending on your project. So fourth data collection techniques is case studies. Case studies is usually an in-depth description of a process, experience, or structure at a single institution. In order to answer a combination of what and why in question, case studies generally involve a mix of quantitative and qualitative data collection technique. So most often, the researcher will analyze quantitative data first, and then they use quantitative strategies to look deeper into the meaning and of the trends identified in the numerical data. So the fifth data collection technique is the checklist. Checklist, this can be simple list of criteria that can be marked as present or absent, or can provide space for observer comments. So these tools can provide consistency over time or between observers. So checklists can be used of evaluating databases or for structuring pair observation of instruction sessions. So the collected data from the above technique need to be structured so that analysis of the data will be very easy with simple analysis tools. So these tools, first, stratification and check sheet. So first, stratification, it is a technique used in combination with other data analysis tools when data from a variety of sources or categories have been lumped together. The meaning of the data can be impossible to see. So this technique separates the data so that patterns can be seen. So when to use stratification? First is before collecting data. Second, when data came from several sources or conditions such as shifts, days of the week, suppliers, or population groups. Third is when data analysis may require separating different sources or conditions. So next, stratification procedure. First is before collecting data, consider which information about the sources of the data might have effect on the result. Set up the data collection so that you collect that information as well. Second, when plotting or graphing the collected data on a scatter diagram, control chart, histogram, or other analysis tools, use different mark or color to distinguish data from various sources. Data that are distinguished in this way are said to be stratified. Third and lastly is the analysis the subsets of stratified data separately. Next, stratification consideration. These are the examples of the different sources that might require the data to be stratified, which is the equipment, shift, departments, materials, days of the week, time of day, products, and suppliers. Survey data usually benefit from stratification. Always consider before collecting data whether stratification might be needed during analysis. Plan to collect stratification information. After the data are collected, it might be too late. On your graph or chart, include a legend that identifies the marks or color used. Next tool is the check sheet, and also called defect concentration diagram. It is a structure prepared from collecting and analyzing data. This is a generic tool that can be adapted for a wide variety of purposes. When to use a check sheet? First, when data can be observed and collected repeatedly by the same person or at the same location. Second, when collecting data on the frequency or patterns of events, problems, defect location, defect causes, and etc. Third and lastly, when collecting data from a production process. Next is the check sheet procedure. First, decide what event or problem will be observed. Develop operational definitions. Second, decide when data will be collected and for how long. Third, design the form. Set it up so that the data can be recorded simply by making check mark or X or similar symbols, and so that data do not have to be recopied for analysis. Fourth is label all spaces on the form. Fifth, test the check sheet for a short trial period to be sure it collects the appropriate data and is easy to use. Lastly, is that each time the targeted event or problem occurs, record data on the check sheet. Okay, that's all the data collection technique, which is the interviews, survey or questionnaires, observations, case study, and checklist. So the tools of the checklist is the certification and check sheet. So that's all for this video. I hope you learn about the effective data collection, and thank you for watching.